That's right. That's right. That's right. Ladies and gentlemen, it's your favorite cousin Bill. You're watching Nerds at Night, the Drunk Banthas channel on YouTube and on Twitter. And, it's the Bantha Buzz Show. Let's go. Let's go. Let's go. Let's go. How's it going out there, everybody? How's it going? Trickle in, trickle in, trickle in, trickle in. Let's go. Come on, guys. Come on, guys. Let's pop in here. Let's get it popping. It's a fucking party on a Thursday. Popping on a Thursday. Popping on a Thursday. Shout out to little Frothy. She says she likes the thumbnail. Likes the thumbnail. Thank you so much. Thank you so much. How y'all doing? How y'all doing, man? Yeah, today we are here to talk about Netflix's new documentary called Sweet Baby, My Catfish Nightmare. And we're also going to talk a little bit about It's Florida, man. Oh, man. And we're going to be also talking a little bit of shit. How y'all doing? How y'all doing? What up, Film Age? What up, Film Age? Matter of fact, I was trying to do something here. Oh, shit. I fucked that up. Yeah. Y'all don't like that song? Do y'all like this song? Never even asked y'all that before. Is the song, do we fuck with the song that we have here? Is that something that we all like? Do y'all like that? Let me know in the comments. Because if the song sucks, why would I keep going? Can you hear me? You can't hear me? Can no one hear me? Yes, no? Why is the mic not working? Is it not working? Let's see here. Seems like it's working to me. Okay. You can hear me. Okay. Okay. You just hear the whole room. Okay. I mean, it's the same thing every week. It's all good. Oh, you can't hear the song because I turned it. I mean, it went off. But do y'all like the song though? That's the question. Do y'all like the song? Because I need to know these kinds of things, man. I need to know these kinds of things. This song is a little beat that Alex put together. But sorry, I'm doing something right now and behind the scenes that I should have done earlier for y'all. But I'm getting my ish together. Don't worry. It's just a little difficult trying to get it going. With Bantha says the song is kind of like the theme music now. It's just part of the show. Gers and Purrs, what up, Gers and Purrs? She says, here. Yeah, it does sound like a low, lulling ocean in the background. Huh, I don't know. Hold on, y'all. Well, I'll tell you a secret. What just happened is everything just fell on the ground, so it might not be playing out of the right microphone. Give me a second. Oh, it is. It's going out of the wrong microphone, y'all. Hold on a second. Hold on a second. What I'm going to do anyway, I was planning on doing this anyway. I'm going to play you guys a little tidbit from our homie Film Age. Film Age has his project finally out here. We've been teasing it. This is as good a time as any for me to play a bit of that instead of you guys trying to hear me figure out how to get this working again. But yeah, give me just a moment. Give me just a moment. Da-da-da-da-da. So you guys can hear the music, but you can't hear me, right? Or you can't hear the music. Let me know, because I'm about to work on it. Let me know real quick. Can you guys hear the music? It is playing right now. Don't know if you can hear it or not. Okay, you don't hear music. That's what's wrong. Okay, yeah, that's what's up. I know what's wrong. Just give me a second. But I am going to play. Okay, cool. You guys cannot hear me. You can hear very much so the ocean and the entire studio, but no music. And this looks kind of jacked up too. This camera looks kind of jacked up too. Just give me 2 seconds. But yeah, this is I'm gonna play Film Age's new project. It's called What's in the Neighborhood, a lo-fi found footage horror short. I'm not gonna play the entire thing, but I am going to play enough to where I have time to fix this. So yeah, you guys check this out. Again, this is Film Age's project. Chris is the homie. So I'm going to play this. It's What's in the Neighborhood, a lo-fi found footage horror short. Here we go. Here we go. That shit didn't play. Why didn't I play out of the right thing? All right. I couldn't hear it. I don't know if y'all can hear it or not. Just a bunch of issues. Just a bunch of issues. Here we go.
If you've purchased a faulty car, you can get a massive payout like this and get your entire car loan.
Yo, yo, yo. Can you hear me now? Can you hear me now? Yeah, I'm back in this bitch. That's right. I'm sorry about that, y'all. You know, that should never happen. Now, all you gotta do is deal with my ashy hands. So yeah, sorry about that, man. I was getting set up here and my entire setup fell on the ground. I guess I could say our entire setup because I'm not the only one who works here. But yeah, it was a debacle. Bunch of shit fell all on the ground. I had to fix it. And clearly I didn't do a good job at that. You know what, guys? You know what I want to do? I want to start the show over. I'm going to start the show over. You ready? You guys ready? I'm going to start the show over right now. That's right. It's another fucking podcast with your boy Bill, your favorite cousin's favorite cousin, and we are here on the Drunk Bantha's channel. We are here on Nerds at Night, live on Twitter and YouTube. It's your favorite show with your favorite YouTubers. It's the Bantha Bunch Show! Let's go! That's what I'm talking about. Now that's how you do a real intro. Let's fucking go! I'm happy to say that I'm here in Los Angeles, California, here in Music and Coffee Studios, appreciating the day. It was a beautiful day today. And it was a bit chilly. But who gives a shit? We're happy to be here. It's been a long road this week. Long dusty road. Penny, she is in bad lighting. That's because my shit fell earlier. I look great though. Shout out to me. Except for my hands are actually not going to show you, but you can see it for yourself when I go to light this this clove cigarette here in a second. I don't even have a blunt, to be honest with you. I feel stupid saying that. But we are here to talk about a documentary that I saw. Honestly, I just saw it about 2 hours ago, maybe 3 hours ago, and it is Netflix's documentary, Sweet Bobby, My Catfish Nightmare. And we're going to talk about It's Florida, man. And we're also going to be talking shit. You already know what time it is. It's the Bantha Bunch Show. Shout out to y'all, everybody who's watching. Shout out to everybody who's watching all over the country, all over the globe. So glad to have you here. You can and are more than welcome to join us in the chat. If you're just listening, please give us a star or whatever it is that you do on your podcast. Please give us a hot rating because we are throwing hot shit around here. Mostly hot D. So yeah, sorry, I'm reading a text message. I thought it was important, but it looks like it might be, but I'll check it out later. But anyway, yeah, I'm trying to pull up the Netflix documentary on my phone. But how y'all doing out there, man? It's been a crazy week. We all watched the election together here on Tuesday. Remember the 5th of November. It was pretty interesting. I don't know if y'all liked it or not. Tell me. I mean, like, I know that most of you didn't like the outcome, but let me know how you felt about this past Tuesday's show, and did you enjoy it? Because maybe we'll do some more stuff like that, watch party wise. We'll check out things like that together, maybe. But let me know. I had a lot of fun. Didn't get any sleep, but I had a lot of fun. It was a lot of work just to be up here kind of trying to just, it's like it's a lot of work to figure out which one of us is going to go first when we're trying to talk about the politics stuff, because you just want it to kind of flow. And man, these notifications got to quit coming in while I'm trying to do this show. But yeah, we just wanted to kind of flow, and everybody's got their opinions, and I wanted to be more of a just a watch thing, I guess. I just wanted it to be more just chill and watch. I didn't want to be too much debate involved or hate involved. We just seem to all just have a lot of fun. That's what it seemed like to me. We all had a lot of fun. So shout out to everybody who joined us on Tuesday. It is cracking in the chat right now, or it's chatting in the Kraken. But yeah, you guys have made a lot of chats, I guess, just because you guys had a lot of chats, a lot of conversations about how much my shit sucked at the beginning. But yeah, y'all go check out Film Age's stuff. I hope y'all enjoyed that little short that we watched earlier before the show. Before the show started, y'all. Oh man, if you're just now getting here, you missed it. And I'll probably edit it out on both channels. Maybe. We'll see how lazy I am or how drunk I get while doing this show. Yeah, so I don't know if you guys watched this documentary, or if you've even heard about it or seen it pass by on your little, what do you call it? I guess I don't want to call it an algorithm, but that's what we're going to call it today. But I'm sure you've seen it. Maybe you've seen it pass by on your algorithm, but it's this documentary. It's not a documentary series. It's just one movie, which I was so glad, because I didn't want to sit and watch 8 episodes of some show that I already know was really going to happen. I just want to get to the end and or towards the middle at least. And hey man, I hope y'all can't hear that. People fucking talking by the fucking door. God. Anyway, this has been a very weird production day. Very weird production day. But yeah, this documentary series starts out with us learning about this girl. Her name is, I want to remember it. I think it's Krita. Karit. Oh, I'm terrible with names. I'm about to find it out though for you guys. I don't do this for nobody else, but I'll do it for y'all real quick. I'll figure out her name. But anyway, her name doesn't matter. She worked at this. First of all of this takes place in London, sweet old London. Shout out to all our friends out there in London. But yeah, this lady, when she graduates from college, she graduates with a marketing degree, and she goes into the music entertainment side of things when it comes down to that world of marketing. And then she starts building up her career, and she starts hosting festivals and putting on like these music competitions and helping young artists, new artists get discovered. And then she becomes the DJ or disc jockey on a radio station, one of the big radio stations in London. And yeah, she has an interesting situation where she meets this guy. His name is Bobby. That's what the name of the show is, right? Something about Bobby. Sweet Bobby. I like the name Sweet Bobby because I don't know, that sounds like you have a crazy long dong and you be smacking cheeks. Sweet Bobby. They call him Sweet Bobby. The ladies love him and the men want to be him. That's what that sounds like. I don't know. Maybe I'm tripping. But let me see if this works. Oh yeah, it worked. This is Sweet Bobby. This is her explaining how she met Bobby. I can't remember her name, but we'll hear it, I'm sure, and I'll be embarrassed. I apologize.
Can we go right back to the start? Tell me about the first time you meet Bobby.
Crazy.
I first met Bobby in 2011.
Crazy shitty music. I hate that documentary shit music.
I first met Bobby in 2011 in the city on the south coast of England called Brighton. I was out for my friend's hen weekend. I was 32 in a long-term relationship. All my friends are getting married, and I just felt, when's it going to be my turn? I want to dance, let off steam, have a good laugh on the dance floor. But then I see this tall man in a turban. I've been talking to him online for the last few months. His name's Bobby Jundu. I'm just like shouting, Bobby, Bobby. And he was like,
she's shouting at this dude that she's only met online, but she's trying to get his attention in the club right now. She's like, yo, Bobby, 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 what up, Bobby?
yes, it was like he acknowledged it was him. And I'm like, it's Kirat. And he's like, who? And I was like, Kirat from Facebook. We've been talking, but the music was loud. And I was just like, maybe he can't hear me properly and he's drinking. So I just assumed like he was a bit smashed. So I was like, I don't want to embarrass him. And I remember going back and saying, I can't believe I've just bumped into him in Brighton. I never mentioned it to Bobby until many years later. I just thought it wasn't a big deal.
Oh man, what's crazy about this documentary is that's where this shit starts at. Like, this is how we're jumping in. This lady is clearly easily deceived. I mean, you've been talking to this guy on the internet for quite some time. You see him out, you say hi to him, and he don't know who you are. That's your first sign. She went on to have more signs, but she ignored them and blew right through them all. She kind of goes through this thing where she's explaining how she wanted to get married, like in their culture. I mean, I don't know anything about Indian, Ethiopian culture, but this is where those people are from, and they are like, that's their ethnic background, and they're the way they explain it, they're very serious about getting married, and she's about to be 35 or 36 at the time that this happened, so she's pushing up against it. You ain't got married yet, girl. When you gonna do it? When is it gonna happen? Is it ever gonna happen to you? You know, that kind of shit. You ain't got no kids. How you gonna pass down my recipes? I almost did the voice, y'all. I almost tried to do the voice. Not gonna.
There's a picture of me as I think I was 2. My auntie dressed me up in my mum's wedding outfit. That's their hopes and dreams as well.
Marriage is important. I've always said, kid, look, you have to get married. And every parent wishes to be a grandparent, you know.
She had quite a number of proposals as soon as she came back from uni.
Oh yeah, I forgot. She is fine as hell. Like, she is fine. Like, she came back from university, and apparently she came back to university and niggas was knocking on the door. They was like, excuse me, anybody there? I heard there was a kid here who is fine than a motherfucker. Because, you know, they're a very tight-knit community in London when it comes to the Muslim community. Everybody, especially when they're from the same areas, you know, overseas, very tight-knit, not a lot of them, very close community. Everybody knows everybody type situation. So she comes back from university. She's all sexy. Everybody's trying to get at her, trying to put some babies in her. Because that's their culture, you know what I'm saying? Like that's, you know, how it's supposed to go down. And, you know, she kind of also looking like a disappointment. Why aren't you pregnant at 15, 18 years old? Why didn't it happen for you? Do you not love your parents? Do you not want to contribute to the world? Are you not a person who loves society? Have babies. Why are you being in control of your own body? Let your husband be in control of your body. That's how it works, right?
And she always declined.
It's not that we haven't helped. It's for her to make up her mind.
I want to make sure she's happy. But if the girl does not get married, I think you're looked down upon. And I think she feels pressure from the community, from the friends, from the families, when they think, oh my God, why is she still not married?
They said, hey, we just want her to be able to make up her own mind. We don't care about all that other stuff, man. You know, we want her to be happy. But it does look crazy that she don't have a husband, you know. I need her to get married. We need some grandkids, you know. And they said she was feeling pressure from the families, pressure from the other people, and also pressure from your parents. Jeez Louise. So yeah, you guys can kind of see the setup with their lifestyle. I mean, maybe somebody more like familiar with their religion and their culture, maybe they would have something better to elaborate on when it comes to the culture part of this, the religious aspects of this, because a lot of marriage situations like this come down to, like, when people want to put pressure on you to be married, a lot of times it has to do with a lot of racial sometimes it comes down to having to do with a lot of like sexist practices and based in religious denominations. God, it took forever for me to say that. Jesus Christ. But anyway, yeah, so this lady, she meets this dude Bobby on the internet, and she starts developing a relationship with him that is pretty platonic, but they talk a little too much. You know, they talk to each other a little too much for her to be in a relationship and for him to be in a relationship. So they meet each other, they both are in a relationship, nothing really happens. Like I said, they go back and forth, and then we get a breakup. Okay, like he breaks up with his girlfriend, but then they decide they're gonna get back together. And if I'm not mistaken, she kind of gets to where she's like, trying to get with this guy now. I think like she realizes that when he breaks up with, well, not breaks up, but when he gets engaged. So he breaks up with his girlfriend, talks to her about it, then he gets back with his girlfriend. Okay. It's hard for me to keep this together, but he gets back with his girlfriend. And when he gets back with her, he gets engaged to her, and he lets Kirit know that, hey, I'm engaged now. You know, I mean, I understand this is getting a little intimate, so I just want to let you know this, I'm engaged. And he introduced his wife to her, or his future wife to her, and they communicated online, like they shared a group chat and individual chats. So she's like become friends with this man's family. They talk for years. Bobby ends up having a kid with his wife, and she helps Bobby pick out clothes for the baby and shit like that. And it just keeps getting weirder and weirder and weirder. But she just becomes very involved in these people's lives that she's never met before. She's never met them before. So let me see what part this is right here.
4173. I'll probably wait a few minutes before I get around to answering your calls, but I promise you I will do my very
No, so anyway, yeah. She starts talking to this motherfucker like just on the friend basis, right? Like while he's still got a baby, I said she's still talking to him, or starts talking to him. I meant she's still talking to this dude on the heavy, and like I said, ingratiating herself into this people's family, or seemingly being ingratiated to it. But then like she gets this crazy situation where Bobby gets shot. So she's just at work, doing her own thing, and then Bobby gets shot. And I forgot to mention that before Bobby gets shot, she becomes friends with Bobby's friends as well. And she's talking to all these people back and forth. Then turns out that one of the guys that is Bobby's friend knows her cousin, one of Kirit's cousins. So Kirit's cousin, Simar, she knows all these people that she's been talking to or through Bobby. So Bobby is like, oh shit, Samara, I didn't know y'all was related. That's crazy, blah, blah, blah. So then, like I was saying, Bobby then gets like injured because he gets shot. And let's see if I can figure out where that is here. Hold on. Let's see.
On my Facebook feed, Sam just posted a photo of Bobby with a comment saying Bobby's been shot several times in Kenya. He's in a critical condition and he's in a coma.
I said Ethiopian, I meant Kenya.
Seeing something like that. And I was so worried about him. But I've got a show to finish. I've got listeners that I'm talking to, and I've still got to carry on and get through the show. I'm fearing the worst. Thankfully, my cousin Simran is in Kenya as well. Simran and Bobby's family were old family friends and they were quite close. She was providing me updates, so that was helpful.
So if you seeing where this is going? Are you seeing where this is going? Is anybody there? Y'all died in the comments, but I hear y'all. Y'all snuggled up. Hers in person, she was snuggled up earlier, so y'all probably just trying to keep it chill, keep it cool. I feel you. Here we go. Here we go.
Bobby's in a serious condition. All I can do is pray that he makes it through.
My daughter Roshni and I popped round Kirat's house. You could tell that she was quite upset, and I said, "Are you okay?" And she said, "No, Bobby's been shot."
So her family is getting involved in this by this point. You know, they're starting, as you can see, they're starting to concern themselves with her well-being because she's never met this guy, but she's obviously very distraught over his, you know, mortal injury. I mean, he's been shot. He could die from this. Which, yeah, it's crazy. That's a crazy situation. But I feel like it's all kind of believable until you get to a certain part of it where it starts to get kind of fishy. Huh? Yeah, it gets fishy. Catfishy. Yeah. Oh yeah. Yep. Y'all get it.
I'd been friends with Bobby for 3 years. It's just sad that I hadn't got to meet him again before all this happened. And then one day I'm at work. I get a call from Simran. That changes everything. Absolutely everything. She tells me Bobby's in witness protection in a hospital in New York, recovering from his awful injuries. Witness protection? New York. What is going on? I didn't understand.
Ever wonder what happens when you disappear in plain sight with the help of the federal government?
So yeah, Fifth Bantha says, still in here just wondering what the hell is going on with Bobby, laugh out loud. Exactly. So Bobby has now been shot, but not only has he been shot, he has now had to enter. He's now had to see, this is the kind of thing you gotta. He's now had to enter the witness protection system in the United States, in New York City, because he's been shot in Kenya. Like, yo, son, if you believe that, then I got an igloo in Death Valley to sell you. And that means it doesn't exist. If in case you're sitting around going, is that a really hot place? Yes, it's a very hot place. Look at your maps. But anyway, yeah, old girl, man, she's going through it. It's like she just doesn't know. So she's like on Google. Like I didn't. That's what you were hearing her that video at the tail end of that audio I was playing. It was her searching stuff on YouTube about the witness protection system. You got to remember, this lady is British. She grew up in East London. She doesn't know anything about United States federal laws and witness protection and all this stuff. So he's able to tell her like all this bullshit and she actually believe it, you know, and I'll let her explain it a little bit.
Just in the last few minutes, we have heard heavy gunfire.
People being shot in Kenya wasn't unusual. It's less common now, but even in my own friends and family circle, people have been murdered or killed.
So yeah, it's very common at that time for people to get shot. Like, yeah, that's not weird. What makes it weird is that you get shot and then somehow you have to end up in New York City. It's like you see, y'all remember that Pace commercial? Y'all remember that Pace salsa commercial? New York City. Oh man, like salsa is any better if it's made in Texas? I don't know. Maybe it is. I've never had salsa in New York City. But anyway, Bobby ends up in witness protection. He starts telling her, you know, like, hey, well, first of all, he contacted her through another Facebook page. He starts saying stuff like, hey, I'm breaking their rules, fuck their rules. I just have to talk to you. I'm a wreck, Kirat. This is all very stressful. I wish I could tell you what's going on. And he's like texting her all the time. Like, he says things like, I don't want anything to happen to your family. So I don't want to be telling you where I am and what's going on. He says things to her like, everything and everyone has been taken away from me, and his wife has left him. You know, and he's just like, oh man, all this has been really bad. Then he finally admits to her that the reason he got shot, it was like this deal that went bad and it went south. He got shot in the stomach, and then she's like, okay, blah, 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 but you survived. Well, then he ends up having a stroke and then loses the ability to speak. So then she feels worse for him. She sends pictures and video messages trying to get him to feel better and like hear his voice. If he can hear her voice, like his friends were playing voice messages to him because they were asking for it, because, you know, coma victims can hear shit and all this bullshit. It was a lot that this lady was going through. Like, it was what was crazy to me is this was taking up all of her day, right? So whoever is catfishing her is taking up all of their day, if not more of their day, trying to respond to her. Like, I don't get what the point of this shit is, but like, whatever, like. And so as this relationship develops, she ends up meeting more and more of his friends on the internet, on Facebook. And spoiler alert, at the end, they say that there were about 60 of those accounts, 60 friends that Bobby had. And she was talking to all of them individually, and she was talking to all of them together in like group chats and shit like that. Like, very, sorry, y'all. Very, normal stuff if you know these people, but she's never met any of these people. I want to stress that. But there's this, she keeps putting emphasis on it, so I will mention it. She just keeps going back and reverting back to that, hey, my parents, though, they need me to get married. Like, this has to happen, and it has to happen soon. This lady goes, I mean, she has about 1,000 messages with this guy in about 3 years, a little less than 3 years or something like that. 1,000 messages? Man, it's crazy. That's crazy. But you know what? It really isn't that crazy when you think about it, because they never saw each other. So you should have, I guess, about 1,000 messages if you're dealing with this person who you never see. She did not say she sent any nudes. She did not say she had any nudes. It was very weird. And they actually asked, did you have how intimate did your relationship get, or did it ever get to like a sexual intimate level? And she said, well, what kind of question is that? She didn't say what kind of question is that. She said, well, that's kind of an inappropriate question. Like, that's kind of an inappropriate thing for me to talk about. Right. And so they never touched on it again. So she sent some nudes. She sent some nudes for show. And she had to have sent some nudes. I don't want to ruin what happened, but she had to have sent some nudes. But then, like I said, they start developing this relationship. Now they talk more than they did before because she's been helping him go through his breakup. He's now able to freely talk to her because she's broken up with her boyfriend as well. So they ended up, kindling love.
But I think with Bobby, I was thinking it's just nice to have something I've never had, which is that respect and to be loved unconditionally. Because that's how it felt. It doesn't matter what I did, Bobby was always there.
I love you from the bottom of my heart.
One day while we're messing around on a new feature on Facebook, Bobby proposes to me. I mean, it's quite an unusual way to do it, but I don't need a big extravagant proposal. Of course, all girls dream of them, but lots of things seem like they're superficial and for show. So an understated proposal is good enough.
So this nigga drew her a goddamn... Y'all gotta go watch this documentary. He drew her like a paint. Like, y'all remember Paint on Microsoft? Y'all remember Paint? He drew her some like paint roses and a paint ring and said, will you marry me in paint? He spelled it out. Oh man, the shit was hilariously pathetic. Y'all got to see it. But shout out to this girl, man. Let me tell y'all something, man. Get you a woman like this woman. Get you a woman like this woman. She was holding it down for a nigga who ain't even real. But fuck that. Fuck the fact that he's not real. Let's say he was real, man. Bobby got this bitch wide open, or she is just that down. I'm going with the latter. I'm going to say she's just that down because Bobby really ain't doing nothing. Shit. And she ain't did nothing wrong, right? Right?
These sweets, you believe it can happen? Because I'm going to cry.
I don't know what the fuck she just said there. But he says, I want to marry you, grow old with you, and never stop loving you.
36. The clock's still ticking, and I want to have kids.
So, yeah, she's like, yo, I am mad horny. I want to get some dick. You are talking about getting married and you love me. Man, let's do it. Let's get this wedding going.
To wear and everything. He showed me a very bling ring. What do you think of this as your engagement ring? It was very nice, but for me it wasn't practical because I wanted to wear it all the time. It had lots and lots and lots of diamonds.
But she never saw it, by the way, y'all. It was a picture. Don't get it twisted. This dude's texting her shit like, where are they gonna live and all this shit. It's a big thing. Like,
the proposal is unofficial.
Their family is
because the
huge thing,
families
you know?
haven't met. But that promise has been made between us, and that's still important.
See, you hear that? She said that their wedding is really not official because their parents haven't met. I think that is a dope rule to have. I don't know about y'all. I don't know what y'all religion is or whatever. But I think that if you are getting married, your parents have to have met first before there can even be a date set for the wedding. Nobody is getting married until the parents have met. And then also, I believe that if you're a dude and you're going to propose, if you're in your future wife's, or hopefully future wife, because hopefully she'll say yes. But if your future wife's dad is still alive, you ask him for permission to marry his daughter. And then if he's not alive, you ask the mom. And even if they say no, you go about doing your business how you do your business. But if you ask first, I'm trying to tell you, that's some real upstanding citizen type shit right there. You're going to get all the respect in the world, and you ain't never, ever, ever, ever going to have problems with Papa Doo or Ma Dukes. That's just how it goes down.
The proposal is unofficial.
You know what? I forgot to do this.
Because the families haven't met. But that promise has been made between us, and that's still important. Bobby and I discussed telling our families. I was really nervous, but I speak to my mom.
I was over the moon because I was thinking at last Kirat is going to move forward. But then I did mention, I said, this cannot go ahead without your dad's permission. Bobby did not want me to tell anything to my husband because Bobby wanted to break the news himself and give my husband a surprise.
That is a bad sign right off the bat. Right off the bat is that he didn't want her to tell the pops nothing. Weird. Why tell her first if you don't want to? Why not just tell the pops first?
He set up a group. I think there were about 30 of us. Everyone was like, "Hi, it's so nice to meet you."
So yeah, they set up a big group chat with their family. So not only did the catfish Carrot, but he the catfisher also is catfishing the rest of the family, cousins and shit. Like everybody getting fucking played this whole time. Who else is like involved in this? Like, I'm talking about how many accounts could possibly be getting used at one time? Like, how do you make that happen quickly? These kids today, like what? Like, like you can say that, but it's just like, who is it? The kids? Like, who is doing this? This is crazy, right? But yeah, let me see where we are here. I'm like letting it play so that I can see what's going on and then tell you about it really, so it's not through the boring parts. So she had this like young cousin who was really cool. She was like in high school when all this kind of started. So they, after it starts getting serious, her family starts getting more involved, like I said.
I felt really happy for her. Like, this is my cousin. Like, she's finally found someone who is right for her. Like, I was really looking forward to meeting him.
Roshni also starts talking to Bobby.
Hey, Bobby. Was talking to you.
This is the cousin.
You didn't talk to him. Facebooking you, same thing.
When Kirit was speaking to Bobby, sometimes she'd send voice notes and I would be around, so I would say some random stuff, be playful, like...
Hello, it's just me. That was Roshni. She's on my floor with me.
I was classic teenager, super angsty. Bobby was a doctor.
So now, like I said, the family is getting involved. Cousins sitting here talking. They listening to this dude. He's giving advice and all this shit, but they're not ever talking to him. Remember, it's all text.
Instead of messaging, Bobby and I start using Skype.
Yes, you do. Many times have I caught you out.
But because he's in witness protection, we weren't allowed to have a video call. It was just too risky.
Oh man, because he is in witness protection, he can't use a video call. He can message on Facebook 10, 25 times a day, but he can't go on Skype video because he's, in witness protection. I mean,
You didn't see that coming?
right? Come on, man. Come on, right? I'm not the only one. Fifth Bantha says if he was in witness protection, he wouldn't even be able to tell her. Exactly. If he was in witness protection, he wouldn't be, even if he was able to tell her, it wouldn't be under the circumstances of Facebook. Like he'd be able to it'd be in person and then under the guise of, hey, are you gonna come with me? Or like, but it ain't no like, hey, I'm out here in the streets in witness protection. Come on down, hang out with me on the internet, witness protection. fucking ridiculous. It's quite
Even though Bobby
frankly
couldn't speak,
ridiculous.
he would communicate just by making some kind of noise, whether it was a tap, a grunt, or whatever it was. And we'd just fall asleep with the line open.
Good morning, sweetheart. We've been Skyping all night. I stayed with you all night. That was so lovely.
So I do want to point out,
we start speaking.
Old girl was sleeping with this dude on Skype all night long. And he would never, ever, 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 ever talk until.
Eventually, we started speaking on the phone with speech therapy. He was able to whisper, like a horse whisper, like half a voice, like this kind of thing. But it's never, ever his normal full voice ever again. He constantly said how he hated his voice.
I had a couple of opportunities talking to Bobby on the phone, and I found his voice very strange. It was very squeaky.
My dudes was like, yo, this nigga's weird. This nigga got a weird voice.
It was very squeaky. He was upset when I mentioned it. She said, please don't judge him. But despite this, I was very happy for Kirat.
She was just happy that bitch was getting married. She said it was very squeaky. Like, Kirat was like, don't make fun of him. Don't make fun of him, Mom. I love him. She did that shit. It's not just an American thing, yo. That's how they do it everywhere. This dude was really weird, though. He was telling Ma Dukes, like, he ended up getting her number and just was telling her stuff like, hey, you'll never have to work again. Shit is going to be good. When we get married, you'll never have to cook for me because I'm going to cook for you every day. Like, it was pretty crazy. But it didn't get easier. This dude one day gets a letter. Bobby gets a letter saying that his ex-wife, Sanj, is having a baby. Or the ex-girlfriend, Sanj, is having a baby. And, well, he admits to her that, like, right before they started dating, he got her pregnant. And she's like 5 months pregnant now. And she doesn't really she feels like so sad and depressed, but she's still like, I'll ride with you, but she was hesitant. She had to go talk to a cousin of hers, I believe. Yeah, she felt like she had to talk to a cousin of hers. I forgot. Yeah. And for those women out there, I don't know how tough this is dealing with this, but those women out there who have wanted to have a kid and haven't been able to have a kid, it's probably very frustrating. I've never been through that, but the mindset of, like, I've never been through that. I've never been through that, obviously, but I've never been with somebody who's having to go through that either. And to be in that mindset and then find out that the guy that you're in love with had a baby with another lady. So you wanted to have a baby with this dude, but now he done had a baby with another lady. So yeah, like, I just can't imagine how that feels. But yeah, she's going through it, Kirat.
Unfair.
It's unfair.
Knowing how much I wanted to be a mom.
She did want to
My
be a
cousin
mama now.
Simran is helping me and supporting me. I'd been so conscious of not speaking to her about things because she's my baby cousin.
Yeah, Simran.
But the dynamic could obviously change because she's in her mid-20s now and she's known Bobby far longer than I have. And poor Simran, I am constantly messaging her.
She says she's constantly messaging her. She means it. But she's telling her stuff like,
I feel like
he loves you. Don't leave him.
For whatever reason, after calming down, I send quite a straightforward, simple message to Bobby. Your baby, I can manage, but I don't want Sanj in my life.
Get that bitch out of here. She said, get that bitch out of here. I can't deal with that shit. You're going to have to do something about that. See, we can deal with the baby, but the baby mama, she got to go. Mind you, she hasn't even met this dude yet, you know? Like, I am trying to get this shit resolved. And the resolution is me getting some dick in this pussy. That's how she's really feeling about it. Because now, you know, I have to assume she's not fucking nobody else. You know, she's laying in the bed with this nigga every night on Skype when he is either not saying anything or talking like this. He was talking like this. His voice was squeaky voice. I'm sorry. Let me know if that bothered you or hurt your ears. But yeah. I mean, they end up having this damn baby. And she actually becomes kind of friends with Sanj. And because, you know, a baby is a beautiful thing. And this baby was cute. It was a cute little prudy little face, little baby. Well, you didn't see the baby's face because they did block it out. So you couldn't see the baby's face, but you could see the baby's hands. Little bitty baby hands. Baby hands look like little old man hands, you know what I'm saying? They look like that damn they look like that damn dog that's all roly-polied up. That's how baby hands look. I just don't understand that part right there in any way, shape, or form. How do you go from, well, fuck that bitch to like, well, she is your baby mama. Let's all be friends. He like gets hold on. I'm gonna let her tell this part.
What is your name?
We spent a couple of nights choosing names. He really liked Javier. We chose baby clothes. And a couple of weeks later, Bobby's now starting to get pictures of his son. It was nice to see that Sanj actually put the clothes on him.
Do I need to come over there, or are they going to sort you out to come here soon?
18 months into our relationship, lots and lots of attempts have been made to be together.
Oh man. So yeah, now she's really trying to get to see this nigga. Like, yo, what's the dealio, man? Like, you're in witness protection, but somebody gets to see you all the time, and I need to get a case to see you. You know, can somebody make a exception? Can you ask somebody? And all the time, you know, he's just like, no, bitch. Bitch, I said no. Hold on, let me read some of y'all's comments. Lil Frothy said, not all parents are good parents. That is true. Fifth Bantha said, it was in witness protection. If he was in witness protection, he wouldn't be able to speak to her at all. Blah, 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 blah. Philmate said, that's creepy. And Lil Frothy is out here laughing. Shout out to everybody who's commenting, man. Really appreciate y'all. Really appreciate y'all. Hold on. I want to go back to this one part because I really didn't get this part. Well, this will speak to your part, Morgan.
Something that he'd touched. So for the time being, I asked Bobby for something that was his, something that he'd touched. So he was like, he's going to give me one of his t-shirts. And because Simran got this new jet setting job, she's required to go to head office in New York. He managed to get the nurse to give his t-shirt to.
Remember, this is her cousin.
Bobby had told me he sprayed it with his aftershave, so it's going to stink her whole suitcase out. And I smelled the aftershave. It was like, okay, he did it. She must be fuming.
She took a picture of herself
Bobby
wearing it.
Made me feel loved.
She took a picture of herself wearing it and sent it to him because he asked her to. And my question is, how? So she says that the nurse sent the shirt to Summer or whatever her cousin's name is, so that she could then give it to her. I don't understand how that works. Why can't you do that for Kirit? Like, why would he not do that for you, but he would do that for your cousin? Like, she's the middleman. Why does she need to be the middleman? He ends up not showing up after promising it once again to come to London. He's like supposed to be from London, why is he never in London? How long, are you gonna be in the hospital for forever, nigga? Like, okay, he had a stroke, so maybe he's supposed to be there for a long ass time, but at least be trying to find a way to make it happen. I mean, if she can talk to you, then she can see you to marry you. Like, let's say the dude wants to get married. Like, there's things about that have to happen. There's things about that should be included in some kind of way, right? I don't know how that shit works, but I don't know how witness protection works, okay? But I do know that people get married, okay? And people got to bust a nut. So how do they handle that? I don't know. You let me know. Somebody Google it. Let me know.
But I found myself walking on eggshells because he was.
Oh, yeah. So this dude starts getting a little bit pushy. Things start getting a little bit dark, weird at this point. I want to play it.
But I found myself walking on eggshells because he was sensitive to absolutely everything. If I needed to go to the bathroom, I didn't want to wake him up. So quietly, I just go. It's like, where?
Did y'all hear what she just said? She didn't want to wake him up when she went to the bathroom. So she would just quietly just go to the bathroom. Y'all, you can't see it, but She's got the laptop in the bed with her, like dude is right there. And not only that, it's on speaker. She can't mute the phone or like mute the computer, girl, and go to the bathroom. But then this nigga getting mad when she go to the bathroom. Like,
you, if I wasn't on the other end of the phone line,
it's crazy.
It upset him. It was almost like I needed his permission. So every time I went to the bathroom, I started telling him.
God damn. Bitch, you tell me when you
When
gotta
I
go
was
to the
there to
bathroom.
hang out, like she would be on the phone to him, she would be messaging him, like he would just be texting her.
Bitch, when I say goddamn,
Constantly. And it was like, no,
when I say sit down, you sit the fuck down.
several emergencies.
Bitch, when you need to pee,
Every
you need to
day.
ask for permission.
I get up in the morning, take a selfie, send it to Bobby on Messenger, go to work, keep Facebook open for Bobby, drive home, eat dinner, spend time with my family. Then the Skype call would start. Days would stop gelling into one. It was like he was attached to me. It was like Bobby owned my time now.
Yeah, he did, bitch. He owns you. It's like he would text her shit like, I'm sick of this shit, bitch. She said, I'm having a panic attack. He said, I'm fucking sick of this shit. You bitch, you. God damn it. That shit was funny. Y'all didn't see that, but it's in the text, and I had to just mute it, man. But yeah, this shit just keeps getting better and better. I'm trying to, like this lady lost so much shit fucking with this dude. She lost her grandmother. She lost, pretty sure she lost her job, right?
It was a total takeover of her life. Everything was totally Bobby.
She doesn't have the capacity for anything else. She was not taking care of herself. She was losing weight. She looked like death.
She didn't look like death, by the way.
Eventually, I'm made redundant from my full-time Skype call with me. And I'm answering calls.
Okay.
And at the end of the year, I don't need
Here we
to
go.
have a
This is what
job.
I was trying to get
And
to.
I'm doing one of my final radio shows of the year, and he's on the Skype call with me. And I'm answering calls, doing my thing as usual. Do Mazi. Mary Mazi. And he says, I'm flirting.
Hi, Audrey, I don't know. He's accused me of flirting again. He's a regular caller, somebody who's been calling for a year and a half. And he got angry.
He got angry that she was allegedly flirting with a nigga that calls in all the time on her radio show that she's been doing for years.
They've all found a reason to have a go at me. So to prove, I'm committed, I'm loyal, so I give up my show.
This bitch gave up her job to work with this nigga. I mean, to be with this nigga. She also missed her grandmother's funeral to be with this nigga. Like, we talking about some grade A fucking I fucking hate you type shit. And when I say I fucking hate you, I mean this guy, Bobby, has got to be a psychopath. You don't treat people like this unless you're a psychopath, right? Right. But anyway, turns out it's like water under the bridge, right? Happy wife, happy life, happy Bobby. is no longer a hobby. I don't know. I tried.
I'm scared of being disappointed. But at
Oh
the
yeah,
same time,
Bobby's trying to come.
relieved that
He's coming. He's coming to London. He said, "Fuck it, I'm coming, baby."
I'm getting updates from his flight for where his plane is in the air.
She means she's stalking him.
Even though it's been really messy. This is it. We'd always talked about me meeting him at the airport, but everything's been so intense. We agree that Bobby might need some time to settle back in before he sees me.
Okay. How many of y'all are falling for that shit? I need some more time. Othelia said, shout out to Othelia. Othelia said, she like this is only about to get worse with all this generative eye shit everywhere. She said, thought you meant something else when you said Bobby. Bobby's trying to come. I was like, he doing what? That's funny. That's funny. Oh man. That's what happens when you jump in right in the middle of a conversation. I love it. You don't know what's going on. You gotta be like, hold up. That's kind of crazy. So yeah, like this nigga is like, no, I'm not going to meet up with you. You know what I'm saying? Like I'm not really feeling it right now. I got to get time to get acclimated. She's like, do you want me to come over to your crib?
But after a couple of days,
he's like, no, not yet, baby.
I've still not seen Bobby.
I'm good.
From being relieved that he's come to London, thinking that finally we could just get on with everything.
See, now she getting nervous, like, yo, not nervous, but fed up, I should say. She getting fed up, like, yo, what the fuck going on now? You here now? But now it's all kind of excuses. My battery died. I fell asleep. I'm really not feeling it right now. I'm sick. So
I go to the hotel.
Couldn't have said it better.
Bobby's full name.
The lady said, man, look, bitch, I don't know who y'all talking about. So now she's just getting pissed. She's like, I've been talking to this nigga. He said he's going to be here. We've been talking about this shit for weeks. I know this nigga is here. So
now, they're like, oh, there's nobody staying here by this name.
So she go ahead.
My hands begin to shake because I'm thinking this is all another lie. I call Simran.
Yeah.
I don't know who else to call by this time. And she's like trying to say, calm down. There must be a mistake. And as I'm talking to her, I get a call from Bobby.
Bobby?
I say to him, I'm here at the hotel. Just come downstairs. He's like, I've told reception to not let anyone know that I'm here. Don't surprise me like that. Just give me a couple of days.
So damn, bitch, why you coming up just popping up? Goddamn, bitch. I mean, damn, like, man, I'm not even there right now. I'm out, but I told her not to tell nobody I'm here. So you tripping. She is going through it, y'all. I mean, I said it at the beginning. Not to y'all, but when I was watching it originally, I said at the beginning, like, yo, the closer this nigga gets to her, and he tells her he's in her town, that is going to make her go even crazier. Because it's like, look, man, I have been going through this for years with you, and I ain't never seen you. I'm about to see your ass because I need some dick. That's what to me, this is a woman's quest to get some dick after years of dealing with this motherfucker.
House, it's this one, but I don't want to see you. I've got a gut feeling that he's not even in Kensington. Nothing makes sense.
She's going through it. She's like stalking this nigga all through Kensington, London, trying to find this motherfucker, man. And all of her friends of his friends and friends of her friends are like, yo, just chill, he'll be fine. He loves you, you know, just give him some time, blah, 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 blah. And she just couldn't deal with it, man. She could not deal with it. She was losing her mind and she had to make a choice. Lose your mind or do something about it.
She's the mother of Bobby's child. I Googled Sanj. Her number's there. I call the number. Sanj immediately answers.
Bobby, is that you?
It sounded too natural and too normal. Like she was expecting a call from Bobby. And I just hung up.
I don't even remember that part.
It's very clear to me.
That was crazy.
Bobby's still speaking to Sanj.
So, yeah, so she's in the mindset that, yeah, Sanj is clearly involved with Bobby still. So things start getting a little crazier. She starts, well, stalking these people.
But when I had been doing the family tree for Bobby, I'd come across a postcode for Sanj's parents' house. Sanj leaves a house in front of me and walks past my car. And I remember like one bit of me so angry, I want to just turn the engine on and just like put my foot down the accelerator, but that's not me. And I was just like, I was scared. I was so scared.
She was thinking, bitch, you was going to commit murder. Bitch, you was going to commit murder. Bitch, you was going to commit murder. Othelia said, Bobby is actually a cover identity for one of Terry's clones. This all elaborate plot by the nation to bring her in a pyramid scheme. Bring her in a period. Oh man, that's just funny. Well, let me tell you something. This lady would fall for that. Whatever pyramid scheme you want to get her in, this lady will fall for it.
Saying this is Bobby's current address.
Oh, wait, let
And
me go
it's-
back a little bit. Because she got real fed up.
Search.
Your girl
I do
got
something
big
really
mad.
drastic and I just search.
What'd you search?
Private investigator, London.
Ah! She calling Sherlock Holmes, y'all.
Bobby's current address. That's all I ask for. Within 24 hours, I get an email saying this is Bobby's current address.
She called Sherlock Holmes. She called Sherlock Holmes on y'all, nigga.
In Brighton.
This nigga live in Brighton.
I was at screw it, let's just go.
He gets the information in less than 24 hours. Turns out this nigga live in Brighton, where she saw him for the first time. Remember?
Whoops, counting down the minutes. Got knots in my stomach.
So yeah, sorry. I was only playing that so that they could give me a chance to drink my water, but they didn't say not a goddamn thing just then, so it was bullshit. Actually, it's getting to that point a little bit. You know what? I'll let it play a little bit before I say something. Before it says something. Before I let it. You know what? Fuck it. I'll just.
I had to really control myself.
She's found this place and she going for it. She going for it.
I ring the doorbell.
This is like some War of the Roses radio shit on. Y'all ever seen? Y'all ever listen to Tom Jordan Morning Show back in the day? Shout out to anybody who ever watched Tom Jordan Morning Show. The hardest working man in all of entertainment. Hold on a second. I hate when that happens, man. I hate when that happens. But yeah, so this girl, man, she's going through it, dog. She ends up going to see about this dude, man, and she goes to Bobby's house and she rings the doorbell. She's just gotta know, man. I don't know. I think I'd be convinced that Bobby's fake by now, and I would not have been fucking with Bobby, but I also didn't talk to this nigga for 3 years. What do I know? He might be a very charming
First, I
man.
don't see anybody. And on glancing past the driveway,
So I forgot to tell you that, Bobby shows up in this.
she turns around, she makes eye contact, and she starts walking back towards the house.
So they also have Sanj, the wife, in this as well. I mean,
We weren't expecting anybody. So I dressed our son up and then went downstairs.
so they end up going downstairs, meeting up with this lady and saying like, hey, what's going on? And she pretty much explains everything to them. And I don't know, how would y'all react if somebody came up here and told you that, you know, that all this stuff about yourself? You know what I mean? Like well, hold on. Maybe I'm not explaining it well.
Lady looks straight at me. Liar, she says. Liar, how can you say this?
Why are you lying?
Oh, my bad. Hold on.
Up and then went downstairs.
She says, hi, Bobby, it's me, Kirath. My wife Sanju's like, Bobby, who is this?
And, he just looked at me and he said,
I have no idea who this lady is. I've never spoken to her in my life. The lady looks straight at me. Liar, she says. Liar, how can you say this?
Why are you lying to me? You've been talking to me for 8 years. All the messages and all the calls.
Oh, man. So, yeah, the wife doesn't believe the
I
bullshit.
could just see her like hyperventilating.
She's getting really agitated, really anxious. So I say to her, you might be confusing me for my younger brother, JJ. We've often been confused for one another. We look fairly similar.
He's trying to keep it rational. He's trying to be rational about it.
No, Bobby Jandu. And then she showed him a picture of himself. Then she looks directly at me, makes eye contact, and says, Sanj. And then she points at my son and says his name.
We needed to figure out how she knew our names and how she knew where we lived.
If y'all can see this nigga's face, this nigga is like, yo, what in the fuck is going on? Can you imagine? Can you imagine, like, if this dude's wife wasn't so understanding, then he would have been getting his ass whooped. Oh my God. Ladies in the chat, please let us know. How would you respond if this type of situation happened to you? Is what I need to know. I need to know.
The very fact that they were together hurt. But then my phone rings and it's Bobby.
It's my face, but that's not my number.
And so he's like, see?
That's not me calling you. Somebody's pretending to be me.
And in my head, that Sanj inside calling to prove something. I'm scared. You don't know what they're capable of. I didn't know what to believe.
She's in there scared because she like, I don't know what they capable of. They crazy. I don't know. This is wild. And they sit there like, yo, I don't know what this bitch capable of. This bitch is wild. This is crazy. And the music is wild, man. Y'all understand the music is making this. I commented at the beginning, the music is doing some crazy shit, but they kind of make this moment right here with the tension.
Hi, this is Bobby here. I've got this lady outside my house claiming all these things that I've known her for years. She says, it's my cousin. She's just confused. Give her the phone back and I'll try and figure out what's going on.
Oh, hold on. I forgot. Let me go back.
Everything. I sort of
So I called her and I said, Simran all the time. My cousin Simran. And he was like,
the only Simran I know is this girl my brother dated.
So I called her and I said,
hold on, let me go back. So Simran, remember Simran is the cousin that was friends with Bobby's people, and also she talked to her all the time. Remember that?
And in my head, that Sanj inside calling.
Yeah. Remember she used to talk to her about everything. All the time. Used to call her about everything.
They're capable of. I didn't know what to believe.
And it's at this point she says,
you talk to Simran all the time. My cousin Simran. And he was like,
the only Simran I know is this girl my brother dated.
So I called her and I said, Sim, I'm with Bobby right now.
She says, he's denying everything. I sort of interject. Can I please speak to Simran? Simran, hi, this is Bobby here. I've got this lady outside my house claiming all these things that I've known her for years. She says, it's my cousin. She's just confused. Give her the phone back and I'll try and figure out what's going on.
Simran says, leave there, Gira. She says, just leave there.
She says, get the fuck out of there, bitch. Get the fuck out of there. What are you doing? Go.
Sure, the door is secure. We're looking at each other, and then there's a bang on the door.
This time I hear the chain unlock. Like I'm somebody that's going to break their door down or barge my way into their house.
Bitch, you just showed up out of nowhere. Yes.
Sanj.
I'm locking it.
I know you're staying at your parents' house in London because I've seen you there with your son.
Oh my God. How long has she been watching me for?
This bitch is losing it, man. She just like losing it. She's like, yo, bitch, I seen your ass. First of all, y'all not gonna call me crazy. I'm not fucking crazy. I'm not fucking crazy. You're not just gonna sit here and call me crazy. Bitch, I know you. Bitch, I saw you leave your mama's house over here on Western 3rd and King. I seen you. You picked up a Big Mac 2 fries, and a fish sandwich. I seen you, bitch. And that is pretty freaking, I mean, well, look, Lil Frothy says, this is disturbing. I can't take it. I mean, it is disturbing, but I mean, it is important to know because catfishing is real and you can ruin somebody's entire life by just a couple of conversations on iMessage or whatever the fuck. Othelia says, hell no, we gotta fight now. Why she watching my kids? Exactly. But the thing is, this nigga been telling her, hey, look, I ain't coming to meet you. I ain't coming over here. I told you I was gonna meet you, but I got a stomach ache, you know. And these people aren't the real people, right? Like these people haven't been texting her and calling her. Like she's just being catfish, and it's all coming down on her right now.
Strong connection to Bobby's son, and she had these presents that she wanted to give to him. She said something like, I've always felt he's my stepson.
This freaks me out because we don't know what she's capable of.
I just felt really scared.
They scared. She's scared. Everybody's scared. Her cousin already told her, just leave, bitch. Leave. You are, go, just go.
I was blinded by like my rage and my tears. I called Simran.
Simran to the rescue.
Was crying and screaming. Simran's trying to keep me calm. While I'm talking to her, Bobby messages me.
He messaging this bitch.
You shouldn't have seen that. But I was angry. So angry at him. For me, it's over.
he texted this bitch, I'm sorry you had to see that. I'm sorry you had to deal with that. So yeah, she like goes off on him. She started fucking like, you're a fucking psycho, you're twisted, you're a fucking asshole, you're a terrible person, fuck you. You know, and then, you know, it's gotta be devastating. She's like, fuck you, you've ruined my entire life. She's given up her job. She missed her grandmother's funeral. Like she's messed, like she could have been with other people. She could have been fucking somebody else. She could have been married by now. She could have had 3 kids by now. It's and also my family knows about all this shit. It's got to be incredibly depressing.
That scares me. So I'm like, I need to go to the police.
Oh yeah, she got scared because Bobby and his wife were like, yo, we're gonna call the police because this is crazy. And she tells Bobby, like, yo, I'm going to the police. And Bobby's like, no, wait. Don't do that. I was just playing.
Simran gets out of the car. I've opened the door and she says,
oh no. She told Simran that she was going to go to the police. Sorry, I said that she told Bobby. She told Simran that she was going to go to the police. And she said, hey, no, just wait, man. Just wait. Don't go.
I'm in my room.
Don't go to the police.
And I see a car pull up in the window.
Just chill, bitch. Just chill.
Simran gets out of the car. I've opened the door and she says to me, I don't think I should come in. And she's got quite a serious face. I'm like, why? She looks at me and she says, it was all me.
It was simmering all along. Yo, her cousin did her like that, dog. Can you fucking believe it? Her cousin did her like that. What is up? It's up. It's up. It's nothing but hands after that. Fifth Bantha says, what the actual fuck? Oh man. Ophelia says, so she been talking to him for how long and they never did a video call? So yeah, for those who may have jumped in the middle or may have just now joined us, so this girl started talking to this dude, but she was only talking to him on Facebook Messenger. Then he got shot while he was in what's that shit called? He was in Kenya. He got shot while he was in Kenya. And when he somehow got into the witness protection services system and had them go to New York City. And he's in New York City recovering from his injuries. And then that nigga had a stroke. And then his stroke made it where he couldn't talk. So when he came up and he came out of his like coma, he was with this bitch. He was like, this is my main bitch. I fuck with her. And then long story short, he never met the bitch in person because he was in witness protection. And then he finally got cleared to like come back to London. So old girl, Carrot, she's like, yo, we gonna meet up. Now that he close, she like, nah, nigga, we meeting up. It's been, I don't know if y'all doing the math, but it's been 9 years of this scenario right here that she's been going through. And oh yeah, so Othelia's, I forgot to mention, she didn't go through, they did used to Skype each other. But when he came out of his coma from his surgery, he had vocal cord damage. So he couldn't speak to her. But then eventually he got his speech back, but he was only able to talk like this. And they say his voice sounded weird. They sounded weird like this. So he can only talk like this. So, so now you're caught up as to why they could not see each other. But they did sleep together. She would sleep with the laptop open and the damn microphone going so niggas can hear each other breathing, I guess. Fucking weird. God damn it. Hold on a second, y'all. Oh my God. I hit this thing. Where it closes the laptop. I hit this thing where it closes the laptop. I have to hit the password to open it back up. The shit is fucking weird as shit. I hate that shit. I apologize, y'all. Othelia said, nigga is whispering like nigga yin yang twins. Yes, that's exactly what he was doing. That's how she described it. He was whispering like the yin yang twins. He was basically being like, please don't make fun of my voice. Let me tell you something that you like to hear.
Well, what do you mean it was all me? I'm like, why? She looks at me and she says, it was all me.
It was this bitch all along. Wanna.
Well, what do you mean it was all me? She says, I'm Bobby.
It's been Agatha all along.
Ah! Man, y'all got, come on, man. Give me some love on that one. That was funny. Give me some love. I set that one up. Give me some love, man. Was that not funny? No, y'all don't like that one. Lil Frothy said her girl cousin did this to her. Yes, Lil Frothy. Yes, her girl cousin did this to her. Her girl cousin did this to her.
I think slowly I'm registering she means that she's been pretending to be Bobby. But I can't quite understand. And I was like calling out names. What about Sanj? What about Yash? What about Rajveer? What about Kiran? What about so-and-so? She's like, it's all me. It was me. It was me. I was all of them.
That bitch is busy as hell. Look, I don't know. I'm gonna assume that bitch did not make it to university. Frothy said that was her favorite drop. That's my favorite drop. Oh man, the Agatha all along.
It's been Agatha all along.
Don't get me started with drops, man. Y'all know I love drops, just like I love.
Negroni. I was going to say the same thing. Magliato. With Prosecco in it. Oh, stunning. Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah, baby. So yeah, man, like this girl goes through it. It is insane. I thought, man, how your cousin do you like that? And she was basically like non-apologetic. Like, I'm not gonna go through it. I'm not gonna keep playing the rest of this thing. Because that's the reason we were here for it. That is it. What we were waiting on, the big finale. Yeah, man. What do y'all think about this shit? Like, have y'all ever been done dirty like by a cousin or something like this? Somebody that like clearly hated you? Somebody who clearly hates your fucking guts and your family and did you like this? I just need to know. If you're watching live, I'd like you to put it in the chat. And if you're watching on some other time, I call it CPT time. CP time is CP time, not CPT time. But yes, check it out. Put it in the comments. Let me know. I need to know if something like this has ever happened to you. It's nothing like this has ever happened to me. Friend or not friend, cousin, not cousin, no family member, nothing like that. Lil Frothy says, never, cuz never in life. I mean, people got some fucked up cousins, man. And this shit really happened. This ain't no comic book shit. Ophelia says, hell no. Hell no. Yeah, man. Well, you know what? Shout out to y'all for not having that shit happening, because that shit, that shit is like beyond disrespect. It's beyond like foul. It is goddamn psychopathic behavior. Like 100% psychopath behavior. But anyway, time to move on because I do want to talk a little bit about this show called It's Florida Man, because it really is. But I do want to remind you that we will be talking about sorry. I do want to remind you that we will be talking about the new series Dune that's going to be coming out soon. I think November the 15th, I think. But regardless, we'll be talking about it here on Mondays, every Monday on the Drunk Banthas channel and on Nerds at Night channel. If you're watching this right now, wherever you're watching it from, you'll be able to watch that show right here. Just make sure you hit the bell, subscribe, like, and even comment. That really helps us out, and it also helps YouTube keep this content popping up in your feed. You know what I mean? And it helps it pop up into your friends' feed. So make sure you go ahead and share that, and also go ahead and check out our merch store. Check out the merch store. We got really dope shit over there. We got bingies, we got compasses. We out at sea getting this paper. So yeah, we got shawls, sweater. It's Christmas time. We got t-shirts, we got mugs, we got aprons. Aprons is a big seller on here for some reason. We got baseball 3/4 length t-shirts. These thermos are really fucking good. We've got another coffee thermos on there too. And like I said, there's a lot of other stuff on here, but there's other designs as well. So please go on there and check that out. The link is in the description. It's Florida Man is crazy, y'all. I do highly recommend going and watching it. There's nothing that I can really say about it that's going to give you like these great deep dives on it. It's a fucking comedy show. It's reenacted. It's kind of like hard copy back in the day, but with no violence and no hotline number at the end. Oh man, speaking of the hotline number, I didn't even have it up over here. That's crazy. I'm fucking up, man. I told y'all, and for those who just joined, my entire desk just fell over, and I had to basically start a little fucked up. Like my whole situation was fucked up when I started. So I do appreciate everybody who has been kicking it with me and holding on for dear life, even though I was fucking it up. So shout out to everybody who's been doing that shit. But yeah, man, it's Florida Man. It does some things to me, man. I ain't gonna lie. It does some things to me. Let me see if I can find the story. Here we go. Sorry. I'm trying to find the story here. The intro is my favorite part. I'm not going to play it, but this one was very Halloween-y, and I feel like, why did they not just do Halloween, you know? They could have just did that, and it would have been regular. But yeah, this one is about this lady who basically lives in Florida, in Fort Lauderdale, Florida area, and she works at this place that is basically a bar, but it's a restaurant as well, and it has children in there at certain hours, but it gets busy and gets kind of, you know, adult at the late hours, and they play mermaids. The women there play mermaids, and they swim down to the bottom. You'll look out the window of the restaurant, and the women are swimming around like mermaids with mermaid outfits on and everything. And it's kind of crazy. It's kind of cool, but it's crazy because they actually get naked too. Not naked, but they got pasties on. Like it's kind of like a burlesque show underwater with mermaids. Does that make sense? If it don't, that's the only way I can explain it, because that's exactly what it is. A burlesque show underwater with mermaids. So these two mermaids, they get into it and they don't really like each other. They don't really fuck with each other. And it's kind of like a way to get a better job, like a second job. You don't really want to be a career mermaid person, mermaid woman, but it's what you do. You don't want to be a maid for the rest of your life, right? But it's what you do to make it. And they were pretty much happy to take this kind of time to... They were obviously happy to take this kind of time to get that money on the side. These ladies didn't like each other at all. Like, they were friends, but there was a hierarchy. You know?
Of us were in our 30s for quite a few years. A few of the girls were in their 20s. A few of us were in our 30s. Mia was older and kind of took on this mother hen type of persona. At the time, I was doing all the costuming, all the planning. I pretty much ran the show.
So it's Leah, and we're going to say Rachel. Leah and Rachel, they hate each other. They get into fights. They argue. They bicker. It's mostly bickering. It's a bicker. Fucking Mia don't really like her because Rachel is pretty. She's a pretty girl. And she is like an athlete. She grew up swimming on swim teams. She did the water polo, and she did the one thing where you're dancing underwater and all that stuff. Like, she did all that stuff growing up. And in college, I think she competed in the Olympics or trying to qualify for the Olympics, whatever. And then she's just done, right? Like, you can't pay the bills if you just do that kind of stuff, right? When you come out of college. So that was what she was exploring, you know, doing stuff like that on a scholarship, right? So that you can excuse me, she'd been doing it on scholarship, but now she's off scholarship, and so you got to get this money. So she's trying to get this extra money, and her and Mia get into it, and long story short, she ends up getting, well, I don't want to say she got Mia fired, but she ends up getting into a fight with Mia, like a verbal fight, talking shit. And she ends up calling Mia fat. Now, I don't know about y'all. I've never been in a situation where a girl called another girl fat. Well, like, I have, I guess, like, hey, you fat hoe type shit, like that kind of thing, but I never heard this.
And was really mean to her. And so then Whitney snapped back, "You're an asshole, da 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 da." And then Mia threatened her job. And then Whitney insulted her.
One called the other one heavy or something.
You're fat.
All the girls were like, "Whoa, whoa, whoa."
She said, "You're fat."
She attacked me.
This one girl is very Florida.
Whoa, whoa. She went a little too far.
There's this one girl, she right there that she was just talking. She is so Florida. She's a real Floridian. A lot of these girls are not from Florida.
Because I'm not someone who likes conflict. I removed myself from a situation that I thought was not safe.
Bullshit.
And then I was fired over email a few days later.
So this girl got fired for that incident. All of the other girls said that it wasn't because of that. Like, she didn't get fired because of that, or that the other girl didn't threaten them or anything like that. She just felt like, well, fuck them, fuck them. So then the craziest goddamn thing happens. The craziest thing happens like right after this. Really crazy. The old girl starts going on TikTok and saying crazy shit about Rachel. Mia is just like on TikTok, like, yo, she blows up on TikTok. We're talking like 20 something million views on TikTok about this girl talking about somebody who ruined her life and got her fired, and just keeps talking about her business, saying she got arrested for marijuana back in the day. I mean, you get arrested for marijuana, you're out in at least 24 hours. They don't need no niggas who just committing small weed felonies. I mean, weed misdemeanors. But here we go. Oh, hold on.
Signed on our new house, and it was a picture of fucking dork. After that, somebody sent me a screenshot of Mia's Facebook that said we just signed on our new house, and it was a picture of the house next door to me.
Damn, son. So yeah, Mia buys a house next door to Rachel. And if I'm not mistaken, Rachel gets petty with it. Rachel gets down into the petty as well. She buys I'm trying to think, what was the first thing that she bought? I mean, first of all, do y'all think it's a coincidence that somebody buys a house next to the other person? I mean, because she says it was a coincidence. I mean, I don't know. Do y'all feel that way?
It wasn't even real. Yeah, it was a really weird coincidence.
I know everybody else is saying it's a coincidence, but I am not. I will yell that at the top of a mountain. There is no way that's a coincidence.
Alex, put that on a drop. We need that drop. There's no way that's a coincidence. There's no fucking way. So one thing that we end up finding out about this couple that's moving next door, because Mia is married to a guy. One thing we found out is that he is a cop. Yeah, that's right. This dude is a cop, her husband. And turns out he's a dickhead. I'm going to save you a lot of time. Y'all should really go watch it. But I'll just say this, that the dynamic between the guy and the cop guy, and how he treated this single woman who lived next door for no reason, the way that they treated this girl was disgusting as fuck. I just said no reason twice, I know, but I was trying to think of a different adjective, but I couldn't. So there you go. I couldn't think of a different adjective. Ophelia says that ain't no damn coincidence. I don't believe it was either. Being that her husband is a police officer and a corrupt police officer, I ain't gonna go in all that. I believe he was able to locate where she lived and then find out that there was a house nearby and they could buy it. I'm pretty positive that that's what happened. But I'm trying not to ruin it because I want y'all to watch it. I really want y'all to watch the series. It's very hilarious. It's Florida Man. One thing that was about this one is people you should look into a private investigator when it comes down to certain shit. Like if you ever feel like you want to kill your neighbor, you need to call a private investigator or a lawyer, see what your options are, but you do not need to act. And that's what a lot of what we've talked about today is. Like, none of that is gonna do you any good, man. None of it's gonna do you any good. The show it's got, what's her name in it? Hold on. What's this girl's name? Damn. Like I said, this is episode 3, and it's got Stephen Ogg, Elizabeth Ellis, Mary Elizabeth Ellis, Anna Faris, Rebecca Stogaton, Millen Moon, Jennifer Elizabeth, and Stephen Root. So yeah, man, I suggest that you watch it. I ain't gonna say nothing else about what happens in this shit. This shit is hilarious. It's a great time. Just remember, stay away from drugs. Say no to drugs. That's how that whole thing works. I've drank enough of this tequila bottle to say, yo, shout out to all my Latino brothers and sisters who voted for Trump. Y'all are fucking weird. I don't understand how in the absolute fuck y'all think that it makes sense to vote for a nigga who wants to deport all of you out of here. I don't know. I understand the immigration battle, but I will never I'll never sit here and fight to say that I know more than the average Latino. But what I do know is that y'all didn't do anything for yourself in voting for Donald Trump instead of voting for Kamala. You could have sat at the house and not did anything, but a lot of you chose to actually vote for him, which just goes to show, in my opinion, the great backlash has not ended, and we need to remember that there's levels to oppression, and that just the first level has been put in play for it to be able to happen. And I'm not just saying like you could have control over cheese, man, and be able to do a lot of things that change the world, change the way we do things, because I'm not going into the whys, but it's literally true. But anyway, my point is we got to stop voting against our own interests because we think that they'll give us something. That's my only point. Got to stop voting against our own interests because we feel like they'll give us something, because we like the vibe. What you got to do is vote for the person who's most likely to give you what you want. And if you feel like they are not giving you what you want, you need to put more pressure on these people and fight, man. Fight. Stand up. Ain't nobody in America had nothing without fighting for it. Civil rights was achieved by fighting. Women's rights was achieved by fighting. Come on, man. Wake up. You know why we got fucking daylight savings time? We just had that shit. You know why we got it? Because farmers unions fought for it. Now, maybe that's not the reason we use it now, but the reason we got it is because of that. The reason we have a country, come on, man, fighting for it. At every level of life, you have to fight for anything that you want. There wasn't a thing called civil rights until we made it happen here in the United States. Nobody practiced any type of thing called civil rights. Just keep that in mind, man. Keep that in mind. But anyway, I had to go on that little rant. I want to do a piece on how niggas just really don't even want a Kamala Harris candidate. They want like that goofy bitch who got fucking arrested in Illinois. Sorry, Film Age. But yeah, that goofy bitch. That shit pisses me off. That's what we'd rather have in office, because black people, that makes us look bad. We got no national reach, but we want people to take our vote serious. We want people to take our vote serious, but we don't know who to vote for and then don't vote half the time. Othelia said, daylight savings don't exist in my state. Sucks for the rest of y'all. Damn. It does suck for the rest of us. It does. I ain't gonna lie. Guys, I do have to get out of here because we have a union here at the Drunk Banthas podcast. And the Drunk Banthas channel, and on the Nerds at Night channel, I can do whatever I want. No, I'm joking. I don't have anything else that I need to talk about. I do want to say what's up. Peace to everybody out there, and thank you so much for watching. Shout out to Othelius. Peace out to Othelius. Shout out to Fifth Bantha. He says daylight savings is my favorite time of the year. I hope everybody enjoyed the show, man. I really appreciate everybody. If you get a chance, please check out the merch store. It is popping. It is dope. I really love it. I got it on. And if you are interested and loved anything that you saw here today, I would like to tell you to come join us every Thursday at 8 p.m. Pacific time, 8:15 p.m. Pacific time, and join us on Mondays at 8 p.m., 8:15 p.m. Pacific time, every Monday, every Thursday. We don't miss time. We do not miss time. Man, we're going to be talking about so much shit, but I cannot stay here with you any longer. It is time to go. My weed has made my eyes so low. I'm out of here, you guys. Thank you so much for joining us. It's your favorite cousin Bill, and I'm signing off. This is the Bantha.